I think because I know what she's been through, that she's kind of my hero. Most people can't turn around from where she was to be where she is today. As a mom, I look at it as a journey, but I really never thought I'd have her at the end of the journey. I would have 1 and 2 week periods where I wouldn't hear from her. I would lay in bed every night, sometimes in her bed, thinking the worst things about where she was. And so when I see what she's overcome, I just think how proud I am.
I think there's someone in there. When I first moved back to Reno, it was a place that I felt like I could never walk past again. I felt like it was gonna suck me back in. I have been assaulted here, I have been jumped, I have gotten in fights, I have used countless types of drugs here. I was heavy into drugs in high school, and so people started to distance themselves from me, so the people who didn't, I wanted them to have my problem. I got a couple of friends addicted to cocaine. They had never used before. And there's 10 years of jail, rehab, mistakes, 30% of my life. I was 24 years old having alcohol-induced seizures, and I remember the doctors just being like, how? He said he'd never seen someone my age so unhealthy from alcohol. And he told me if I ever drank again, I was gonna die. I woke up that day and I told myself I was never gonna drink or use again, and I haven't. The gym was kind of the only thing through all of this that had power over the addiction and the alcoholism. I wanted to give that to as many people as I could in the city where I struggled.
I actually started drinking really heavily, really young. I was probably maybe 12 or 13.
My drug of choice was Xanax and amphetamines.
It was crank at the time, crystal meth, coke,
painkillers, and an assortment of drugs.
Prescription pills, which is a big problem in my area. The first year I was actually prescribed it, I blacked out the entire year. Took it as prescribed, as it said on the bottle, and I don't remember anything from 2014.
Actually, it was the first time I did it. Ended up doing over 1 gram of it that day. Overdosed.
When you don't have family and that kind of stuff, that's the hardest part. I'm also a transgendered man, so they didn't want anything to do with me when I first started my transition, so I had no one. So I was like, where can I go that I can, try to be Joey without, people making me feel like I'm a monster.
I had barely heard about lifting. I barely even knew what a deadlift was. I just wanted to be a part somehow, so I just showed up.
When I opened the gym, I just started handing out free memberships. As time went on and I realized I needed to hire another coach, I couldn't. I talked to my accountant and my accountant's like, it has to stop. And I started GoFundMe the next day. Overnight, $14,000 came in to help these people, and I remember just sitting in front of my computer, sobbing tears of joy that for the first time in my life, I see complete strangers wanting to support addicts.
How has Reps for Recovery helped you?
I legitimately, and I'm so sorry if I get emotional, dang it, I knew this was gonna happen. I just for sure would not be sober. It showed me how to love myself. Just a whole new concept that I could have connections with people and learn to love myself through something like fitness.
I think for me, Reps for Recovery gives me stability. Not everybody can do the AA thing. I'm not really that type of person. I don't like to stand and hold hands with everybody,
This was one of the things that I knew that would work for me, hiking, being physical.
It's a comforting place. Like, we accept everyone.
It gives people the outlet, and it gives people something they can constantly do. You can go to the gym, you can put all your aggression or anxieties into lifting.
I wouldn't be at this point in my life if it wasn't for you, seriously, and I mean that with all my heart.
I know it's going to be a really long road because it already has been, but the fact that complete strangers are donating money to me through GoFundMe, I have so much faith and hope in this program. I want this to like spread nationwide one day. Like, that's what I want. I want this outside of Reno. There's so many more people like them out there that don't have help and don't have the community yet. And all those people can come to me, every single one of them.